Guys, this is your first look at Trailer Park, and for whatever reason, last time I tried to do the commentary, I was like really awkward, and I was like nervous. I haven't been nervous since I did the official sniping guide for COD 4, and you notice this time we're doing something a little bit different. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm just gonna show you a whole match that I played with a couple of my buddies. Trailer Park, it's kind of simple, but it's also kind of complex at the same time. I just figured the best way to show you it would be to show a whole game. And I'm using a shotgun class, as you can see, and the shotguns in this map are a bit even more ridiculous than they are on other maps. It's got these like semi-long corridors or like alleyways that are like the perfect range for shotguns. And you know, when I first saw the map and I heard about I heard Robert Bowling or whatever his name is talk about it, and then I went in private match and I looked at it, I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a terrible map. But then I played it once and I was like, it's not that bad. I played it a couple more times, and you know, my opinion on it improved as I played it more. You know, there are some like sight lines that if you look for them, you can find them. There are a couple spots, and you know, the shotgunning isn't that bad if you know how to counter it. You know, hiding in the inside of the trailers. The trailers are a bit too tight for any shotguns other than the AA-12 to be effective, or the Rangers, I guess. But they do help you see to these corridors. I keep on saying corridors, I mean alleys that the shotgunners typically go down. And you know, there's just a lot of ways to flank the enemy. It's kind of like a maze, really, the map. And here I got a nice little shotgun spree, but you know, there's just a lot of ways to get around the map, and that's something that a lot of the old Modern Warfare 2 maps they lack. You know, especially like you look at sub base, you got 3 ways to go, and you're pretty much visible the whole time you're going down anyway. Skid Row's a lot like that. You know, there's only a couple ways you can go. You go middle, you're probably gonna get spawn sniped. But you know, you go left or right, especially right if you're on Marine spawn. You know, you got that guy in that tower. He's gonna snipe you through that little cracked hole. As soon as you go under a tunnel, you go stairs, and you're in the same position as if you went left. There's no point. But you know, it always ends up being, I hear, Imperium, my other teammate, they kind of helped me out here and saved my care package for me. You know, that's nice teamwork right there, defending up the care package so I can actually get it. He had ample time to take it himself, but for once he was being nice and letting me take it. But like I was saying, you know, on Skid Row, it always ends up being, you know, that one team has his last guy left in that spawn tower because of just the way the map plays out. Anybody in the middle is going to die, but because there's less people on the Marine, because there's less people on whatever team has that spawn tower, like moving into the middle of the map, then the team that spawned opposite spawn tower, you know, it's going to be like a couple of them versus a couple people in that tower. And that's how it always ends in Search. You'll see, you know, you play Search and you get Skid Row, you play it like 1,000 times, 900 out of 1,000 times, it's how it's gonna end. But Trailer Park doesn't have that. You know, there's a lot of ways to get around the map. It gets kind of mazy, but after a couple of games, you're able to figure out your way around the map much better, and it just becomes kind of fun to like trick out your enemies real bad and just like piss them off. I'm like, how'd you get behind me? And I can imagine this being a real fun map for free-for-all. Just because you're always going to be, like, watching out for enemies. You know, it's going to be constant action and flanking and all sorts of good stuff. You know, this is not a bad design. Like, it's not a poorly designed map. You know, it does have some issues with the shotguns. But if you put yourself in the right position, you're usually able to counter them well. And there's nothing like a good tar bullet to the skull that can fix a shotgunner. And here we get the epic last kill cam. And you know, this is a pretty good example of a classic Call of Duty kill cam right here. You get the first reaction knife, and then you go straight for the ridiculous shotgun. But you know, that's just my general opinion on Trailer Park. You know, after I played it a couple times, I started to like it more, and you know, it's not that bad of a map. It's better than most of the maps that shipped with the game, so that's saying something right there.